This is a response to an open tag by Thrifty Kniffy to show us your 6 traditional knives that have modern materials for the covers. So first, I'd like to take a look at this Rough Rider Reserve. This is in blue denim. It's a blue denim micarta with a nice Wharncliffe blade, comes down very thin. This is just a really nice knife. It also is one of the easy opens, where you can pinch in here to open it. Next is a Caes copper lock. This is in the American Workman series, and you can see they have the Caes logo on the American flag. This also is another Wharncliffe blade. Very similar blade shape, comes down with that nice slender point that is great for getting work done. These both are just incredible utility blades. This is a Boker range buster in yellow Delrin. This would be comparable in size to a large side buster. Now this is in D2 tool steel, so this is a much better steel and will hold an edge quite a bit longer than Caes is offering, and I would take this knife any day over a side buster. It's also a locking knife. This is a RoseCraft Appalachian jack, and it has a black micarta covers, which they're polished so well it's hard to even see the grain in it from the fabric. I'm trying to get it in an angle where you can actually tell. But this is just a very nice knife with that clip point blade shape, nice and pointy. One thing that is unique about this is they have a little pry bar on the end. RoseCraft said, their literature says that they found this in a really old newspaper or something like that as a knife that was on sale in the early 1900s, and that's where this pattern came from. I bet whoever designed this probably broke off quite a few knife tips, and that's the reason for this little pry bar on the end. That would be my guess anyway. Next is a Rough Rider Reserve. I forget what they call this, but this is a new one that they came out with, and it's kind of like a sow belly Stockman. Here's your main blade. See, it's a little bit different than it's not a clip point. It more closely resembles a blade on a side buster. And this is kind of a combination spay blade and sheep's foot rolled into one. I don't know if there's an actual name for this type of blade, but it does work good for utility cutting. Then you have your small blade. And what's typical on a lot of these sow bellies is a smaller blade comes down on an angle. And when you're cutting stuff, that angle keeps it trapped in here so it cuts rather than sliding off. And last is this Caes trapper. This is, I think they call this material Corelon. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but this stuff is three-dimensional. You can look right into it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up that you can see the depth. I'm trying to give you a good close-up of these covers. This is just a stunning knife in person. If you look at the fit and finish on it, this knife is very well put together. So it has your standard clip point blade. It says golden ruby on it, and that's the color of the covers. They call it golden ruby. And as you can see, this is one of 1,200. Then it also has your standard spay blade, which is just a great all-around utility and all-purpose cutter. I tend to use one blade for food and one blade for general cutting. So a lot of times I'll save the spay blade for food because during the course of the day I need a pointy blade, so I'll use a pointy blade for general tasks, and the spay blade gets reserved as my clean blade. Give you one more close-up of these covers. See how it just catches the light It's almost looking at something with 3D glasses on. That's a quick look at 6 traditionals with modern covers. We'll see you on the next one.